Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to our Paul, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakarash. Call my Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakarash. That's in the ancient Hebrew, saying all praises to Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the correct name for the God of the Bible, who the world ignorantly call Jehovah, God, or Yahweh. His Son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. The true name for the God of the Bible in the Hebrew is Yahweh. His Son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. I want to give the honors to elders and apostles of Britain Stone. And shalom to all the brothers among you pushing the sword in sincerity and in truth. To all that believe in this gospel, shalom. Brothers are from Camp James, Jamaica, and also this we are in transit for the foreign until I go there. The topic that I want to touch in on to is, I believe it's Colossians 3. You see me? To mortify your members upon the earth. We're trying to look up the word mortify, basically going back to be dead. Scripture also says, don't think that the scripture says it in vain. The spirit that dwelleth in us lusts unto envy. They look up the word envy. We go back to sin. You know, sin is over the transgression of the law. And they say lusted, right? And the lust go back to, it's like a desire, but more mainly used in this context. I feel like over, like concupiscence, like a sexual desire. Well, not necessarily lust sexually, but used as well for that. Like for example, women nowadays, they're not covered. They don't really wear clothes. As you would say, yeah, see them, and we are man, How much you tell the woman you have man, see me? So that's just an example. So you have to mortify that desire, that lust, because she be married, and no fight time them if they're not married, they just don't want to do that. You just don't want that in your life. That are profitable. It's written, all things are lawful, but not expedient. You see me? So in the case where she may be single, we use the term Keisha as an example. We describe the black beast, right? If we show don't wear it. You see me? Because we know we have sisters that's going to be saved as well, right? But for the most part, majority of these black women are some bunch of demons, and some of them, they may be single, so to speak, but you don't want them in your life. They're not profitable, and you see them around when you're attracted to them. You see me? But you can't react onto that, because that will destroy you. You see me? I'm just giving an example, but in this life you have to learn, and it's a struggle up until death or deliverance. Right? Sometimes we're going to fall. It's serious, a righteous man to fall 7 times. And I'm not saying if I did a Keisha, is like that, sin, right? But it's not profitable. So it's like an example of how we have to mortify our members. Is when we have certain desire or certain lust where, one, if it's a sin, then you don't know if you put it off. But some of them is like not necessarily a sin. It's just something that is profitable for your soul. Right? Go and destroy it, so you allow that alone. So if you mortify that, and we're living in a world wherein, you see me? Alright, then flip left down, okay. So like, yeah, we live in a world wherein, I say madness. We live in a world, get me off, show me off. So like, yeah, Yes, but let's stick back to the stick back to the main topic. How to mortify our members. Right, you have a desire. Is it necessarily have seriously you examine yourself as well. Right, because as it's written, the spirit that love doeth in us lust unto envy. Right, so and every desire you can actually give in to. Right, you have to gauge it as well. Some, you have to use wisdom as well. You can't just be how you call that? Remember them people, See people who cut off themselves from society and all of that completely. That's unwise. People say don't be over much righteous or much evil. Why destroy thyself before thy time? Of the paraphrasing, so even that within itself, it's balance. Where so remind me of the precept I want to quote as well is she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Therefore, while we're here as well, we can't give in to much pleasure. The scripture also said in the book of Sirach, if you give yourself the desire that she will require or seek it, you basically make yourself a laughing stock to your enemies that malign that thee, roughly paraphrasing. So it's a battle, it's a fight. This is a fight, the good fight. Paul tells us, keep on thy body and keep it in subjection. And when you look up the word keep under, look which one? Either subjection or one of them. I'm going to mix them up, but you go back to like a boxer, beating his body or keeping it, as a slave, condition it. So it's like I'd say, you are my slave, you beat it down. And that's how we have to do it. So you good for fast, good for pray, good for read, separate yourself. So the more you feed the spirit is the stronger you get, as it's written, though the outward man perish, is in the inward man is renewed day by day. And how is that done? By you basically making sacrifices, you fighting. The more we fight against the flesh, is the weaker I get. But the more we give in to the flesh, is the stronger I get. So if we fight, we putting up the resistance. And I said we're not gonna make it all the while, 100%. Sometimes you're gonna fall, you win some, but sometimes you learn. Yeah, right. That's a good way to look on life as well. Because really and truly, scripture all things work to the good of them that love the Most High. So there's no such thing as a loss, really. It just depends on your mindset, right? So we hope we learn from these experiences, what to do, what not to do, what work for we, what not work for we. You see me? So, as the scripture say what? A man more, what's the paraphrase? A man know basically more about himself than seven watchman up on a high tower. Cause anybody, so you know what evil for you, what work out for you, and you know when I gonna work out for you. Right? So sometimes, certain things, you can't indulge in because that gonna show you off your pace, or off balance. Certain things may work for you, and another brother maybe no. Don't find work for him. You see me? So it's all about balance, discipline. The worldly right now, no discipline really in the world, because he start push just to follow after desire after the flesh. So it's curious what we're supposed to make our body a living sacrifice and be not conformed to this world but transformed. So this world I go one way, we're supposed to go the other way. This world I push, you only live once, YOLO, basically give in to your evil desires. That's what the world push. We can't that shit. We know better, so we do better. And the scripture ever tell us, say, we will know better. If we don't do it, we'll be beaten with many stripes. But them that don't know better and basically the wickedness, them still get beaten, but basically few stripes. So we have a lot more for lose, so to speak, And that come with a discipline. Right? Way easier said than done. But we have to throw in them sacrifices here, well. Right? Feed the spirit way more. So it can grow more. Because the idea you with this flesh will live, when you not get delivered. So it's the flesh and blood shall not inherit the kingdom. This corrupt shit is going away. We're going to lose it. Right? What we hope to get delivered is our spirit. You see me? Get new bodies will be perfect. Or in the kingdom, there will not be a fight to be righteous. You're not going to worry about having evil thoughts. You're not going to worry about, I wonder, them things are done, In the kingdom, we make it. You see me? Everything is perfectly ordered. Right? Everything is just, going to push for life. Like, everything you have to monitor. And, right? Me, fortunately, I have to worry about, we call them, blood sugar level and heart pressure and them things, So, for my day long enough, you have to worry about them shit. But, brothers and sisters, may have that. You have to worry about weighing your food. We all worry about weighing our food. Me can't eat this, me can't have that. Me have to do this, me have to do that more. It take more discipline for a lot of persons. Some are way more fortunate, some are way younger, so when I feel worry about certain things. But in the kingdom of heaven, we get new bodies, and the most I purge this earth. We start to eat real food. And drink water and them things good, refreshing, nutrient based or mineral based water. Things going different, but until then, as it's written, give diligence, make your connection sure, or work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, and what's the one we don't quote? I don't remember. Until you see what I say? Oh shit. Labor, that's the one. Labor, so enter into the kingdom. So we put in the work, and a part of putting the work is separating yourself from this world, and applying discipline, applying the word of Yahweh Shai in a world that is actually against the Bible, against life. It's fucked up wherein the body we live in is try to kill itself. And commit suicide because it lusted unto sin, which basically destroyed to oneself, the feeling where you want. Destroy itself, as again quoting by the precept, she that liveth unto pleasure is dead while she live. So the things will feel good is and make you happy as the saying to it, we have delayed gratification, and then you have the one make it instantaneous. That leads to death. If you really look upon people these days, you see it. It's them sick. It's them bugged out mentally and physically, and spiritually. With the life of them are living, in a sense. Right? And I'm even just the other day in reason with brothers and I say, for the most part, to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, we're not really sick. Compared to these people around us, with family members and so forth, we're not really sick like that. It's the more catch and flow one and two things we liquid them because we're not perfect, we not flesh and them thing there. But for the most part, certain things we don't worry about. And then even go back to the lifestyle, the dietary laws of the most I tell you to keep, and even us, the culture will push, right? In Israel, you exercise, you don't indulge in certain bullshit. Moderate certain things, drink and get drunk and lose yourself and all that madness. That leads to life. The scripture tell you, say, this day I put before you life and death. Choose life that ye shall live. What is life? Yahweh Shem Shai, right? In the words, in the scriptures, the laws that has been set up, right? What we're supposed to do as it's written, the Most High set forth straight commandments, common sense. You line up glory. Thou shalt not eat pork. Thou shalt not eat shellfish. You see me? I know we doing the search these days. You also say, okay, that's the reason why we need for them that. Okay. You see me? And it's about discipline too. Because coming to this show, certain things brothers used to eat. Like shellfish. This is something we used to eat, carry out, so called get junk on him someday. And most of the weed me off it. Cut it off. And then go back to Mortify the members. Cut them off. You know good. It'll kill you. Esau say, oh, can't name anything on blah blah black sheep. Fuck that. You see me, in Jamaica, them says it's like me butcher it, skunk or conk or something like that. Some snail. Them say good for your back. You see me? You know Jake always want to work on him back. In regards to your testosterone level or your sexual drive or whatever. That's what I mean they work on your back. Them say that good for you. But we know, according to the scriptures, we're not supposed to name them shit there. So if that alone for make we get it, then hell no. And that's not true because there's a lot of herbs out there, where even me I'm aware of, I'm not that much of a herbalist. You see me? So we don't need certain things. You see me? It's all like you can't kick rocks. Alright? But you go back to discipline for being able to reject these things. You see me? And even certain herbs, I can tell you, and everything tastes good. You see me? But you go back to what? Discipline to be able to actually take these things, right? Take your medicine. You see me? Knowing that these are the things that require to actually keep you alive, right? Better. For example, even garlic. You see me? The garlic is like a power food. You see me? And a lot of people don't want to use garlic and them say, oh, it's too strong, it tastes bad, it leave a bad taste smell in your mouth, and I'm like, yo, fuck, who cares? You see me? How we eat things now always make we always taste good like that. You see me? Nevertheless, it's necessary. So you go back to what? Discipline. You go back to go back to the same precept. Mortify your members. When I remember them, your taste bud. You see me, I have to just put that aside and know and say, guess what? This how me I eat right now, you see me, is actually for my health. Right? I've recognized a lot of women with certain issues and so forth. And I recommend like garlic. You see me, some cheap, some more accessible, easy to use. If you actually save them from whatever problem they may go through, and you want to fight a man and you want to say, shine away from it. You see me? But all it takes is just for them to modify the members. You modify like a taste or like your mouth smell bad, which I've never said that in the mouth when you go work or whatever. No. You see me? It's good to use it like when you see me you go your bed. Alright? Or garlic tea or whatever, but them don't want it. You see me? Just to give an example. So it's all about mortifying our members, it's all about, making those sacrifices for the ultimate good. You see me? But see if we are in an idea. Right? Because if you don't, you'll still feel the consequences at the end of the day. You see me? So, and that's why the scripture is there to tell us what to do, how to survive, how to live. And a part of living is actually putting this body in subjection and don't give in to every single desires. Right? You have to examine it. Is this profitable? Is this not profitable? How my body gonna react to this? If I put myself in this situation, how will I feel? Brothers talk about like even drinking. Is I mean, even that means to just to a degree to recognize, alright, I get old now. You see me? I'm not a young person, but certain things we can't do again. They're profitable. So fuck that. You see me? Right? Let's go back to discipline. I'm not saying I have the most discipline in the hurt, but again, you have to analyze certain things and put up that resistance. You fight. Else you will lose. You see me? You will lose at the end of the day. Right? So that's it really, later in transit. Hope this is edifying until you go out there. That's how I do these lessons for only for the give a crap about her check. crazy store, boy, how about shit, me shy about shit, me car crash. The bonnet store, there's no apostles, a great millstone. Shit, I want to look for like.